This is dream log number 1. This was recommended to me by my therapist as an exercise in order to better catalog my dreams. Earliest portion I can remember in today's dream, which is September 30th. I vaguely recall the first section of my dream was about I had various chips in my teeth. A bunch of my teeth were chipped, very, very slightly though, just very slightly at the bottom parts. Is the earliest section I can remember. The second section of my dream, I was back in high school. I was in English class, and I was taking my finals, right? And as I was taking my finals, I don't think I really understood what I was supposed to do at first. Which is strange because I usually understand everything in dreams. But initially, the finals, I recall what they were about. They were about you would basically choose 2 subjects for a page, and then you would write like a small essay on each one of them. And this was in a particularly large classroom. Definitely not one I went to in my high school. This definitely wasn't anything close to my high school. And then after that, because I was selecting all the subjects, basically like one of them was like, I don't even remember, it was like one movie and then Pacific Rim. I think I just made up the first movie. And then there was Pacific Rim, but apparently these 2 movies were similar. I'm not exactly sure what connected them, but you know. And I was writing about the similarities between these 2 movies because there were 2 options on the test. Eventually, however, I ran out of time, and the teacher told us to go to the library where we would finish the test. And I was leaving. I found another YouTuber who was speaking, who I started to talk to for quite a bit, and we began talking about demonetization, right? And I told them that I had pretty much gone unscathed from demonetization, but except for one video, that my recent ISIS video got demonetized. Then after that, I remember I went to the library, and there was a girl there. I don't think it was anybody I knew. That's all I can recall from that section of the dream. Third and last section of the dream. I was walking my dog out, and I was in what I would describe as an Area 51-ish type of scenario. It was an area almost like Area 51, but it was almost like cartoony. Like the whole setup was very strange. I recall I was walking up to it, and there were basically statues of like various, like, I guess like really kind of like I would say like knockoff TF2 characters, if you could imagine anything. These were like knockoff TF2 characters. They were just they had like various like statues of them up, and they were like with guns and everything. There was like this big sign across the top of it saying "No aliens here," and there was like you could clearly see there was a flying saucer. Like they were trying to hide it. It was kind of like almost like in Despicable Me. You know that if you've ever watched that movie. In Despicable Me, there's this section where like the main villain who stole the pyramid, he basically paints the pyramid blue so that it matches in with the sky, so that it's so that basically nobody can see him. It's basically like that. It's a really like kind of like dumb, childish area that I was in here. And I start to enter it, and there was It was a pink dog. It wasn't all pink. It had dyed hair. Its ears and its tail were dyed pink. And then, because I was walking my dog, right? So I started walking my dog. Then the pink dog starts barking at us, right? It starts barking at us through the window. And I kept going around. And I opened, and then I opened the door. It was a glass door, like everything there was like fully glass. I could almost say that this area was like an amusement park almost, but I have the feeling that it wasn't an actual amusement park. So I opened the glass window, and then the pink dog comes out, and then it starts barking at my dog, and barking really loud. And afterwards, after I opened the thing, the glass, it comes out and it starts sniffing my dog. And then we go on into the area. And after that, I think I either can't remember anything, or I woke up, because the next thing I remember was I was back in you know, the land of the living, as they say. I had returned to my bed, you know, and my dog was actually sniffing me. I guess she was trying to wake me up. Oh, by the way, one last thing. The pink dog, it's a Maltese. It's a Maltese with very long hair. And my dog was sniffing me. Perhaps that's where there was a dog gets involved here. Because it was like, you know, I guess it's like a thing. It's just like I guess since the dog was in my room and it came in and it started sniffing me. I guess that's partially why suddenly there were dogs in my dream. But that is all I can remember. After that, I woke up. And that is the end of Dream Log number 1 for September the 30th. This is probably the most normal dream that I have ever had. It's very grounded compared to everything else. That is the completion of this dream log. Thank you for watching. You could have been doing much more valuable things with your time, turning tricks, selling crack to school children, serial murder. But thank you very much for staying tuned. And, you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. And I'll see you in the next video.